All right, hey, what's up, everybody? Mike Lindsley here with you. It is 9 minutes with me on IGTV, YouTube, and Facebook. I am here at Rosie's Corner. Tremendous place. Pizza, wings, hot and cold subs, themed foods during the week, fish Friday, and of course, chicken and biscuits on Wednesday. He'll have that shredded pulled pork during the week as well. Jason, Jody, and the gang doing a great job. They have desserts to take away with you, and you can get Italian entrees and a heck of a lot more. They have some chicken salads and mac and potato salads, regular salads, tossed salad in the cooler. This place is terrific. I would suggest ordering all the food for all the games here from Rosie's Corner. You're in and around Central New York. It's right off the Bartell Road exit. Get off the exit, go up to Route 11, take a right, and it's just before the bridge on the left. Rosie's Corner, an official sponsor and pizza sponsor of the ML Sports Platter. I want to get into, on this video, the great Ichiro Suzuki and how remarkably unique this guy, really was. I don't think people really understand the magnitude that Ichiro Suzuki had on the game of baseball. Let's just first start with the fact that he played 27 years in two professional leagues on two different continents, Japan and the United States of America in Major League Baseball. This guy was unbelievable. He trailblazed the Japanese players, position players especially, over to the States. We know that Hideo Nomo and some others had already been over from a pitching standpoint, but Ichiro was the real first true superstar from a position player standpoint. We know Hideki Matsui came over, and some others, Shinjo and company, have come over. Hasegawa came over as a closer, but the reality is nobody trailblazed it like Ichiro. There's no question. Shohei Ohtani is now over playing in the big leagues for the Angels from Japan, but Ichiro was the first. Ichiro was the first greatest, and he's going to the Hall of Fame on the first ballot. There's no question about it. It would be easy to just say, oh, well, Ichiro came over and he was a pioneer. Well, he turned into one of the greatest players of all time. You talk about a guy who's in the 3,000 hit club. You talk about a guy who still had 780 RBI, and he wasn't a power guy, and he hit leadoff most of the time. I mean, this guy was unbelievable. Stole bases, and he had a cannon for a right arm, and his glove work was amazing. By the way, in 2001, his first season, he won the MVP in the American League, and he won Rookie of the Year that year as well. He was a 200-hit machine. 10 years in a row from 01 to 2010, that guy had over 200 hits. Once he had 242 hits. Another time, he had 262 hits. Remember when he had broken Bill Terry in that record at 262, you could blow it away. That remains, I believe, still the single-season mark for hits in baseball history. This guy was a complete and utter ninja on the baseball field. His regimen, his unique approach to the game, his conditioning, his aerobic work, his exercise work, didn't do a lot with the power weights. He wanted flexibility. He wanted endurance. He wanted a bunch of he wanted a bunch of different things, some unique different things to take place from a workout standpoint. And sure, I'm pretty proof positive like you that he probably had some trainers and nutritionists try to help him with his day-to-day and people in the medical department with the Mariners. But Ichiro, he was very, 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 very strict and very ready with his unique approach in terms of the aerobic work, in terms of stretching, in terms of cardio, in terms of endurance. And this is a baseball player. This is a guy who stands in the field and then waits for a ball to come to him. It's a guy who gets 4 at-bats a game for the most part, and that's pretty much it. There's a lot of stand and then go, and stand and then high energy at one point and then back to standing in the field. And so Ichiro kind of approached the game from a different standpoint in terms of the working out and the preparation for sure. And it just so happens that this guy is an unbelievable legend and a first ballot Hall of Famer. Like I said, it would be something to just come over to the big leagues and have a nice little 6-7 year career on top of 9 years in the Japanese baseball circuit. But he came over here and had 18 years. This guy won an MVP, Rookie of the Year, 3,000 hit club. He's going to the Hall of Fame, first ballot. And what's really remarkable is I remember when Ichiro came over, and one of the first questions people asked was, man, is he going to be able to handle the pressure? Is he going to be able to handle the pressure in Seattle and then eventually New York and with Miami? Is he going to be able to handle those crowds in the Major League Baseball scene and the pressure? Yeah, he can handle it because he's a rock star in Japan. He is a Beatle in Japan. The popularity is sky high, and what's funny is his incredible, really will to help grow the game was really something in the United States as well. Hideki Matsui and Shohei Ohtani helped do it, and they were actually probably bigger stars in Japan, believe it or not, than Ichiro. But Ichiro was a part of what baseball needed, what baseball wanted. Rob Manfred, now the commissioner, he's talked about growing the game. How do you grow the game? Well, you can grow it with your superstars. You grow it by playing in places that are obsessed with baseball. You grow it with international players coming over to your league and then branding the game, and then they go on the road and they become a rock star on the road in the United States. Look at how many more people are following baseball because of Ichiro Suzuki. Look at how many people filled ballparks. Look at how many more sellout crowds there were for Yankees Royals instead of just Yankees Red Sox or Yankees in Cleveland or Yankees in whomever, and the big teams come in. You'd get an extra 10, 15,000 people going to Yankee Stadium just to watch Ichiro play. I remember